The Foodbank's mass distribution today helped more than 2,000 people. Kayla Cravell shows us organizers, they had to wind up starting earlier than expected.
The Foodbank has now hosted 2 mass food distributions here at the Nutter Center since the COVID-19 pandemic began. They were able to work out a lot of the kinks they had during the first mass distribution and help hundreds of families who needed food.
We're going to be here a lot early because I don't know what that line's going to be, and I don't want them to say I'm sorry.
Valerie was the first person in line at the Nutter Center this morning.
Food has gone up tremendously, and that's a shame.
She showed up at 8 a.m., 4 hours before the distribution was scheduled to start.
No chances at all.
Because of her and others who showed up early, the distribution started an hour and a half before it was scheduled to. Valerie said she was at the distribution site here back in April. She waited in line for 3 hours and was turned away due to traffic congestion in areas around the Nutter Center. This time around, Chief Development Officer Lee Truesdale said they did not want to see that happen again.
It's really trial and error. That's the hardest part with this because we're planning for 2,500 families today. Last time we planned for about 1,600 and we almost hit that number.
The distribution was set up in Lot 8 behind the Nutter Center with much more room for cars to file in before it backed up onto Colonel Glenn Highway. The food bank also nearly doubled the amount of people working the distribution and created 4 lines for food instead of just 1.
We know the pandemic is still impacting a lot of families. You know, people are still kind of struggling to get back on their feet.
For anyone who may not have gotten food today, the food bank will have a distribution site set up at their location on Armour Place in Dayton on Thursday at 10 a.m. In Fairborn, Kayla Cravell, News Center 7.